Hello everybody and welcome back to the last of the first batch. At this point the Microsoft conference is 3 hours away, so this is the last one, and then we'll be maintaining the radio silence for 3 hours while I clear my desktop and get it ready for the Microsoft press conference. And our final catch-up one is Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, being published by Iga and his team for the PlayStation 4, Xbox, the PC, and the Switch, because like the Wii U one was cancelled kind of, or it might be coming to the Switch. You know, it's the same problem as Ukulele, nobody really knows, but it's coming to all main platforms is all you need to know. So let's grab it out and let's do the easy one first, which is the pre-rendered. There was none of that. It was 0 out of 5 full-on gameplay, just like there was no description. It was much like the Kingdom Hearts trailer, a silent trailer with just some music playing in the background, where we got a look at our first boss villain. So I'll first of all say that the graphics are just a 3 out of 5 right now. It's starting to look good. We finally got to see, and I'll put the trailer in the top right for you all now. We started to get to see more into the castle, because in the demo that I played for this channel and some of the other trailers, we have only ever got to see the dock area as we arrive at, I'm going to assume, Dracula's castle maybe. So we only ever saw the big mermaid lady with the face in her chest and the dock area. But now we can actually see all of the wall sconces and all of the stained glass inside the castle, and it's looking pretty good. It's clear that there's some things that aren't textured yet. There's some things that look a little bit less favourable, but I'm sure they'll get done by the time we're ready for full release. But the main character herself, the enemies, the enemy attacks like the blood girl that she's going to be fighting, it's all looking great. There's just a couple of things like when the rocks cave in and crumble, it doesn't look that good yet because they haven't put the textures on like background objects, but the graphics are looking okay. Now we'll move on to the actual main bulk of the trailer, which is the gameplay, because everybody's talking about the gameplay. Some people love it, some people hate it. It's pretty controversial. So as we can see, we are playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and this is both a blessing and a curse, because it is Symphony of the Night. Like, I played it obviously in the backer demo, and it plays like Symphony of the Night. You pick the different items, you equip them to get better strength and stats, and you pick the time to attack your enemies so you don't get pasted, because, you know, Symphony of the Night, if you want to put it in the most basic terms, was a bit like Dark Souls, until you got the demon blood sword of fire that could just go and blaze everything. You had to pick your battles, and it had to be a little bit more like Dark Souls. You've got to know when to attack, when to dodge roll, etc. And because of this, much like Dark Souls, where you've got to wait and pick your attacks, combat can be a bit slow. And a lot of people are looking at the Bloodstained trailer and saying the gameplay looks slow. And the retort to that, for the people that have played Bloodstained, is it's supposed to be slow. It's playing exactly like Symphony of the Night. And people are like, well, that's shit. Clearly Symphony of the Night was shit. And then we're getting into this big mess. So what do you think, Spyro? Well, I like Symphony of the Night. I played Symphony of the Night. I thought Symphony of the Night was good. I didn't care about not going at a fast speed. I found the speed perfectly adequate, and Iga is holding true to his promise. He said he wanted to make a sequel to Symphony of the Night that is exactly like Symphony of the Night, and well, here it is. It's exactly like Symphony of the Night, so you can't complain about the slowness because Symphony of the Night had it. That's how it was. Like, the Kickstarter promised Symphony of the Night, and here it is. This is Symphony of the Night, so I don't mind the slower pace. I think the slower pace is completely and totally fine. As for that boss, she's looking pretty fun. I noticed that you have to hide under the umbrella to dodge aerial attacks, which is kind of cool. And what I also is kind of cool from the gameplay, which I did notice, is when we kill her, we see a blood crystal fly out of her and stab us. So I'm seeing that we may get some Mega Man going on, and we may be able to steal and use the boss's powers, which would be really damn cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing that pop up, so I can't wait to see just how the boss powers work. And I'm hoping, if that's the case, that if we kill Dracula, we get to play like a new game plus with the final boss's power, where we can just roast everything. So that'll be pretty cool if that's the case. I really hope that's the case. I want to get Dracula's crystal at the end of the game and then just basically be Dracula and annihilate everything in one hit. But we'll see about that. But I personally think it's looking fine. I did see that there was some things that could be touched up on, but overall, it's 4 out of 5. It is Symphony of the Night. It's exactly what he promised. Like, there's none of this ukulele bullshit where it's like, well, we want to revive Banjo-Kazooie, but the actual finished product's going to be more like Donkey Kong 64 or Banjo-Tooie. No, it's like, you want Symphony of the Night, you're getting Symphony of the Night. Slow gameplay and all, so I can't be mad, and I think the speed's fine. I mean, you don't have... Why has every game got to be fast-paced? I mean, let's look at some of the games that I've got on my shelf. Scalar's not fast-paced. Scalar's a good game. Ape Escape's not that fast-paced. Sometimes you have to take it slow to sneak up on the monkeys. Ape Escape's a good game. Why you always got to have fast gameplay? You can slow it... You can slow it down just a little bit every once in a while. So I think the speed is completely fine, which leads us on to the final verdict of it's looking pretty good, Igor. 4 out of 5. Keep that shit up. I can't wait to see the finished product. I'm going to be excited to play the sequel to Symphony of the Night, the true sequel to Symphony of the Night, gameplay, speed and all. And, you know, we could always increase the speed a little bit, only not too much, but, you know, if it is really that bad that a lot of people complain, I guess you can increase it just a tiny bit, but you don't really need to, but there's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, that is the end. That is the end. We are all caught up on day 2 of E3 now. So in 3 hours, I'm going to go clear my C drive of all of the footage, ready for Microsoft's conference in 3 hours, is it? I think I had it up when I was uploading stuff. Let's just check the timer. I think it's this tab. Yes, 2 hours and 47 minutes. So I will see all of you in around call it 3 hours for reasons. I will see all of you in 3 hours, where I will be reacting live on Twitter to the Microsoft press conference, which many people have said is over an hour. So shit, dude, I'd better make sure that I've got a lot of space, because this might run over. But over an hour kind of hints to the fact that EA's right, because you only usually do an hour and a half presentation if you're showing a new system. So this could potentially mean the fact that it's going to be over an hour. This could pretty much confirm we are going to see Project Scorpio. So everybody is now really starting to get a blaze on Twitter with this whole Project Scorpio thing that's going on. So we'll certainly see in around 3 hours. But for now, thank you all for watching this video. Do leave your thoughts and feelings down below. What do you think of the first day of E3? Was it enjoyable for you? What are you hoping for from the Microsoft conference? And more importantly, what did you think of the Bloodstained trailer? Are you still excited for Bloodstained? Are you still going to be getting Bloodstained? What are you feeling about Bloodstained overall? So with that said, if you did enjoy the video, do leave a like on it. It does help out the channel. And of course, if you don't want to miss out on any of the other E3 coverage that we're going to be covering over the next 3 days, do feel free to hit that subscribe button. We're going to have a load of Microsoft videos coming out across the course of tonight and maybe tomorrow morning, depending on how long this shit takes. And of course, there is a link below to my Twitter and DeviantArt, especially my Twitter, so that you can see my live reactions to the Microsoft conference. And there is also a link to my public Discord if you want to come in and see what everybody else is thinking of the conferences and E3 as a whole, and a link to my Patreon if you'd like to go that extra mile, but you don't have to. But for now, thank you all for watching, and I will see all of you live at the Microsoft conference in just under 3 hours' time.